Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Brian Teaches You Stuff. I'm Brian, Chewy, whatever this channel's called now. Today I'm going to show you, if you have a car that has trim or any kind of small hole, badges, emblems, how to fix those if you don't have a welder. Now, let me preface this. There's 3 ways to fix everything. There's the I don't care, I just need it out of my life fixed, cut corners. There's the I don't have the experience and I don't have the knowledge, but I want it nice and last way. And then there's the I'm going to keep this car forever. I'm going to do it the best way possible. This way is going to fall in the middle. If you have badges or anything with holes, now it's not going to work on a 1-inch diameter hole. But if you have, a 1/4-inch hole, 1/8-inch hole, etc., then you're going to be okay with this scenario. Now, first thing you've got to do is get a hole. And on this particular one, if you want to turn your camera, when I turn my camera, 3, 2, 1. This car had molding on the bottom. Holes that big, not very big at all. Finger for reference. And it had them all the way down, because technically those were rivets. Now, the ideal way, the perfect way to fix these would be to take a welder and weld up the hole, grind it down, etc. It'll last forever that way. The cheap way of doing it, as far as the you don't care type way, would be just slather it with Bondo, sand it down, and forget about it. The way I'm going to show you is the way that I was taught, and again, this is not the best way, this is just a way that will last, but if you don't have a welder, will get you by. So give me 1 second, I'm going to try to figure out some way to brace my phone to where I can do this and actually show you. So give me 1 moment, there's going to be a cut here. Okay, I'm back. To make it where you guys could see it, I put arrows at the holes. I've not done anything at all to these yet except for ground off the head. What you're going to do, and there's a method to this madness, bear with me, is you're going to take, this is a bodywork hammer, but you can take a nail, a punch, an Allen head, anything you want, as long as it's kind of rounded at the tip, like that one is. You're going to lay it on your spot. It'll kind of self-center itself. And you're going to take another hammer, again, bodywork hammer. And if you look, that has knocked out the rest of the rivet. You are now going to take and put the point of your hammer, or whatever you're using, into the hole and just give it a little whack. You're not beating the hell out of it, you're just persuading it. And what you've done is you have made a dent. And the reason for that dent is whenever you've got a hole in something, if you have a flat piece and you drill a hole in it, there are sharp edges, and that hole, if you look at it from the side or across the plane, will look like that. As the bit comes out, it tends to rotate the metal with it. If you just try to fill the hole, you have to fill all the way over to hide it. And if you've got something that's got holes all the way down a panel, you've got to cover all of that with thicker material than you need to. Now, if you take and do like I showed you, I'm sorry for the camera work, I'm trying to get a gimbal that's worth a damn. If you knock them in, you now have a place for, excuse me, when you fill it, for it to actually bond to and fill and flatten out with. That way, when you go back to do your body work, you have a flat surface to try to cover. Now, what makes this last is what you put on that hole. If you use Bondo, just, you know, standard cheap filler. Bondo is a generic term, but whether it's U-Pole filler, whatever, one, it will absorb water, and two, it just doesn't bite as well to the material. Man, my hair looks bad. Anywho's, so what I recommend anytime I'm filling a hole or anytime I'm doing major work on something, again, not everybody wants to spend the money to put metal in, and that's okay. Not everybody has that kind of budget. I always recommend using fiberglass filler for that kind of work. And the main reason is fiberglass will not absorb water. You can take a puck of your favorite filler, U-Pole, Bondo, what have you, unless you buy the really, really high dollar ones, sorry, glare, and drop it in a thing of water and it will sink because it absorbs water, and that's what gives you your cracks, especially when you're putting it on thick. I've already ground most of it, but like that spot right there, they put it on really thick and it started to crack. Now, I like to use this U-Pole mainly because I have it at O'Reilly's. They can get it. This U-Pole fiberglass, I love it because it's easy to sand. You can sand it with 80 grit, but if you look, it still actually has fiberglass strands so that it will bond and stick to what you're doing. Now, you still will have to do body work. There's no getting around it. But this way, the amount of filler you're using to do the exact same job will be a lot less. I've got to go buy more DA paper, or I would show you the finish, but I can go ahead and apply some so you can see it. I'll be back in just a moment. I know this is a long video, but I'm trying to teach you something. You've just got to do your little areas. That's metal back there. There's no rivets. And then you'll hit it, knock it down with your DA, and they're gone. So again, this is not the best way, but it is a way that will last, especially if you're someone that does not have a welder and is new to it. So if you've got these sticking out, that's what you do. I'll show you guys what it looks like sanded after I get it sanded.